guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Dream Giveaway Garage because guess what? We have one special car for you. This is a 2018 Cadillac CTS-V, but this is not like any other CTS-V you've ever seen. This is a special championship edition. But before we dive into what this car is representing, let's talk about what is a V-Series Cadillac. Whenever you see that V badge, and I'll showcase that for you in this review, when you see that on a Cadillac, think tons of extra performance because that's what you're gonna get. Not only power underneath the hood, but also suspension tweaks, brakes, wheels, the whole 9 yards. Now in 2017, Cadillac won the IMSA WeatherTech Series in the Daytona prototype class. So what that means is that they had a prototype car, which is the top class in the IMSA WeatherTech Series. There's actually 4 different classes. Daytona prototype top class. They had their Cadillac prototypes winning left and right. Not only did they win the manufacturer's championship, but they also won the driver's championship and the endurance championship. Because of all that accomplishment, they wanted to celebrate and celebrate in a very special way. What this CTS-V Championship Edition is, that celebration. Now, what they did is that they made both versions, ATS-V, which is the smaller Cadillac, and the CTS-V. Combined, they only made 200 examples of this very car. In the CTS-V trim, only 88 of them. So this is one of 88 vehicles that we have not only here at Dream Giveaway Garage, but here for you on Rady's Rides. And you're gonna see just what this car really represents. And as now the CTS doesn't exist anymore and there's a CT5 and the CT5V, things haven't been the same since then, because underneath the hood of this one that you're not gonna find on a new CT5V is that LT4 supercharged V8. So let's go ahead, dive into the CTS-V Championship Edition and see how it really is that extreme 4-door supercar worthy of a vehicle. Right off the bat, the styling. I love the color. You had 2 choices, either the white or the black, with the white fits it to the T. On the CTS-V, the headlight design, Cadillac was really moving in a unique direction, is still moving in a unique direction with their headlights. Nobody's doing what they're doing, but you're gonna have LED daytime running lamps, turn signals, that projector beam style headlight, and I just love the nice sharp angle, how it drifts all the way into the fender. As we drop down, a little bit of carbon flash metallic, but we have functional air vents. Things on this vehicle are all about functionality, and I'm glad that they use that carbon flash. Carbon flash, it has a little bit of a metallic tinge to it rather than just regular gloss black on this particular one. So when you buy one of these, they come fully loaded. Championship Edition comes with every option. One of those options is the $6,000 carbon fiber performance package. So you're gonna have that front splitter, all carbon fiber. This is a functional piece. Look at the way it actually kind of goes into the side, and then you can see how they flared out that fender a little bit to fit the massive wheels and tires. As we come across the front portion of the CTS-V, this is a brand identifier of the V-Series. This is the special V-Series grille, both top and bottom. Nice brushed aluminum look. I like the way the material actually comes up onto the top of the front fascia. That Cadillac emblem, so much history. But you can see what we're going for here. We're going for performance because this splitter, the way it extends out from the grille, it's quite massive. Victor and I are actually gonna eat our lunch right off of this because we can't find a table around here. We're gonna eat our lunch right off of this massive splitter. Looks good and functionality. Now when we get up onto the hood, drop dead sexiness. Little bit of a slight rise, and then look at how the rise and the curve goes all the way back and then comes back around. Carbon fiber on the heat extractor, and do you see these colors here? They took the V-Series colors and brought it almost like a hood stripe for that celebration. We come around showing that celebration. They actually have the IMSA badge here, which is the organizing body of the IMSA WeatherTech Series, and there it is, 2017 Championship Edition. You get to celebrate with Cadillac and your very, very special CTS-V. So as we kind of come around the bend, just the way that hood kind of cascades down, so purposeful. This car could do 200 miles an hour. 4-door car, 200 miles an hour. Let's see what we're working with wheel and tire setup. So you have this nice brushed aluminum wheel, multi-spoke wheel, a little bit of gloss black there. This is a 19-inch wheel. Check out those calipers. What I like about them is that they're 6-piston, they're staggered 6-piston calipers made by Brembo. It's got the V-Series badge, and I like the nice Obsession Red. Instead of it being like a bright fire engine red, they call this color Obsession Red. And I'm telling you right now, I'm obsessed with those calipers that I just want to grab them myself. What the calipers are grabbing onto are those massive rotors up front, over 15 inches in diameter. 15 inches. I've seen cars with 15-inch wheels. That's a 15-inch rotor, two-piece rotor, going to give you maximum stopping capability. We have those Michelin Pilot Super Sport tires wrapped around these wheels up front. You're looking at 235 on the width and a nice 35 series sidewall. Behind the fenders, we have that magnetic ride suspension, which is going to allow us to really feel what the road is doing and give you the perfect ride, whether you're doing your track day or just picking the kids up from school. Now, as we kind of come around, you can see that beautiful pearlescent white sparkles like a pretty diamond. You do have your functional side vents, not only the heat extractor up front, but on here on the side. I am going to zonk this. I wish they made this carbon fiber. They should have made this vent carbon fiber, but the nice V-Series badge, when you see this badge, think extra performance, because that's what you're getting. It's like AMG on a Mercedes, like a real AMG car or an M car from BMW. They decided, part of the celebration, take some of that Obsession Red, so obsessed with it, from the calipers onto the mirror caps, and then you can see you're going to get your panoramic sunroof, gloss black around the window treatment. The way that that side sill kind of drops down and extends, it's all about aerodynamics. This car travels, like I said, 200 miles an hour. That's a football field every second in a four-door sedan. This thing is like a Tomahawk cruise missile. We keep working our way back. Let's focus on the rear and see what's going on here. So you're actually going to have a little bit smaller caliper. You don't need as big of a caliper for the rear. It's a 4-piston Brembo, still 14.1-inch rotor. And you know what? You're going to have a little bit more meat on the back of this car. Now you're going up to a thicker width to get that traction to the ground. Because remember, this is a rear-wheel drive sedan, supercharged rear-wheel drive. If you think it's over, it's not. As we come around the bend, love the just like I love the Cadillac headlight housing, taillight housing, full LED. Check out the carbon fiber, this massive carbon fiber trunk lid spoiler. Of course, this is functional and it looks drop dead sexy. You got your V badge. Down below, we got our active exhaust, quad tip exhaust. You can make it louder, piss everybody off, or you can make it quieter and keep the peace. But definitely what's beautiful that you're gonna make everybody happy with is this carbon fiber rear diffuser, fully functional. It's gonna give you downforce, and we're gonna try to suck this massive four-door car to the ground. Beautiful Cadillac badge, some brushed aluminum, CTS badge, and then to wrap it off, look what they did. They took the hood badging and brought it to the rear spoiler, 2017 Championship Edition. I'm telling you right now, the IMSA WeatherTech Series is a tough series to compete in, and for Cadillac to win it all in 2017, they had every right to celebrate. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop that hood and see what's powering this CTS-V. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You have hydraulic hood struts. Check this out. You have a carbon fiber spoiler on your car? Well, we got a carbon fiber hood. So with that carbon fiber package, you get the full carbon fiber hood. There's our functional heat extractor with the V badge. And then as we take a look at that engine compartment, you're looking at a massive strut tower brace there. This thing looks like a girder off of a bridge, like the Brooklyn Bridge. But underneath all of that is gonna be that LT4 power. You're looking at a 6.2 liter supercharged V8. It's been plucked out of the Corvette Z06, 640 horsepower, 630 pound-feet of torque. So for me, that's gonna be a zonk. They should have left it at 650. Why are we downgrading it to 640 for this awesome Cadillac? So that would be the one zonk under the engine compartment. It is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. There's no manual available. So I think that is gonna be another zonk from me. But you know what? This car weighs 4,141 pounds. 0 to 60 in about 3.6 seconds. Top speed, like I said, 200 miles an hour. If you're wondering what are the MPGs, you're probably looking at the wrong car, but it's not too crazy. 14 in the city, 21 in the on the highway. You do have that performance data recorder system on this car, which is going to allow you to go do your track day and utilize the camera at the front and get all the telemetry. But supercharged goodness, rear-wheel drive sedan. I don't know about you. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's hear an eargasm and fire this CTS-V up. right, guys, we're inside the 2018 Cadillac CTS-V. Now, the wonderful news is that you can win this through the Dream Giveaway Garage's giveaway on this particular one, and it starts in September, so you have a little bit of time to start contemplating, you know, what you want to do to try to win this particular car. Now, if you're wondering, well, Joe, what was the MSRP on this? Now, MSRP, because they only made 88 of them, 200 combined with the ATS-V, this thing is fully loaded to the brim. You're looking at $105,370. Let's see what you get for the money. Now, I love the door panels. Right off the top, literally, you have the beautiful leather, the red contrast stitching, the Alcantara, and then that is red weave carbon fiber. In the sun, you could see a little bit of redness in that carbon fiber. I love the two-tone color on the door panel. The dark black with that obsession red. I'm obsessed with this car, I really am. Nice soft touch materials. Door pocket, you could fit a couple burritos in there from Chipotle, and then of course you're gonna have the Bose sound system. Now when we come to the dash, it's the fine touches, the Alcantara, the stitch work. There's that red tinge carbon fiber, absolutely beautiful. We got perforated material. Now this system is a little clunky, so this is the Q system, not my favorite. It's an 8-inch infotainment system screen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Just the amount of gloss black is a little off-putting, so that really is not my favorite setup. You do have your dual climate control. Let me show you how you have your wonderful swipe feature. You got your performance data recorder, of course. You could go into your climate control. That's for the rear. We could switch over to the front. Now the bad news is, which I'm gonna zonk, ventilated seats are not in this car. Heated seats, yes, no ventilated seats. We got our camera functions, which we can't do and because we're parked. We could throw it into reverse. There's our backup camera. It's a little grainy, and you do have your trajectory though, which is nice, but I'm gonna show you what makes that so much better in a few seconds. But here's your AC controls, heated seats, no ventilated seats. Love all the stitch work, very nicely done. This is gonna control that 8-speed automatic transmission. You have your mode selector button, cup holder. You open this up and you got your 2 cup holders nicely placed, and you kind of just tap it. So you kind of tap it like that, opens up, then you tap it again. Oh, let me show you the key fob. So here's our key fob, standard Cadillac key fob. I wish they would have done something special for the key fob. It does have remote start, but you push it like that, closes up. Little tiny compartment that's actually felt lined, so you could put your class ring, the class ring that your girlfriend gave you back when you were in high school, you could put it in here. Hopefully you're not married now to somebody else and they see it, but 12 volt, nicely placed, close that up. The gloss black doesn't look sexy. I wish that this was carbon fiber, would have been a little nicer touch, but you have the Alcantara material, semi-soft on the leather. Open this up, I know you can't see, but I do have felt lining, and you could probably put about 6 Twinkies in there. Seats are the best. Recaros, of course. Love the one-piece back. Look at all the beautiful trim, the Recaro name, the Cadillac V-Series badge, Alcantara poured all the way down, beautiful bolstering, of course, power assist for the passenger and the driver. Let me show you, remember how I was talking about rear view camera? Here's our rear view mirror. There's Victor with the camera. What's up, Victor? Watch Victor disappear. Boom. Now you have your camera out the back, so it's got that digital rear view mirror, super clear. That's what makes that a little extra special in this Cadillac. But I got plenty of headroom, and you have, of course, a nice panoramic sunroof, which is gonna obviously cause a glare issue, but you know what? It's nice to have that extra open air feel. But why don't you come over to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of the CTS-V Championship Edition. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. On the door, you have 2 memory seat settings, which is nice if you're gonna let somebody borrow your CTS-V, but I think you're crazy if you let somebody borrow your CTS-V, not borrowing mine. Brushed aluminum, this lights up at night. You got a little bit of brushed aluminum on the dead pedal, the brake pedal, and the throttle. I know I'm gonna say something crazy, they're just not sexy pedals. They could have done a little bit more with the brushed aluminum. Seats though are great. You have power assist, which is really nice. The Recaros that are basically the same out of a ZL1 or a ZL1 1LE. Good bolstering, nothing that's gonna squeeze you, but I'm telling you, go do a track day in this car, it's gonna hold you in place. I got plenty of room, 6 feet tall. Alcantara wrapped all over the headliner and the A-pillars, and then steering wheel. Nice thick leather. It's not flat bottom, so I am gonna zonk that. I wish it would have been a little bit different steering wheel, but carbon fiber would have been nice here. But look how they brought the Alcantara onto the steering wheel. It is a heated steering wheel, and you do have paddles to go up and down that 8-speed automatic transmission. There's a head-up display, and look at that beautiful dash. 12 inches. So you could tell everybody that you have 12 inches of display power. Right now we have it in sport mode, which makes a nice white face tack there with your digital speedometer, and then you have the other information over to the left and right. Nicely done, clear graphics. It would have been great to have a little bit of a more racier steering wheel with not so much gloss black and whatnot. But why don't we go ahead, let's check out the back seat and see where your passengers are going to be crapping themselves as you do 200 miles an hour. All right, guys, back seat time in the CTS-V. I love the way the passenger doors have the carbon fiber, have the two-tone material. Look at this, Alcantara along the whole back of that one-piece back on the Recaro. Little tiny pocket. What you're going to put in here are pink slips. Your passengers are going to put pink slips as you beat other people and take their cars. They can slide them in there. That's about all that you're going to be able to slide in there. You do have 2 AC vents and the same gloss black controls back here. Heated seats, no ventilated seats. Ventilated seats would have been nice, especially at this price point. And then down below you have 2 USBs. They're kind of tucked up in there, but you do have that connectivity. Seats are soft. I love the angle of the seat. I got plenty of headroom back here. I'm 6 feet tall, remember? I know I keep saying that just in case you forget. Fold this down, hard as Plymouth Rock. Where the Pilgrims came with the Mayflower, that's how hard this is. You open it up though, you do have a little felt line cubby. You can pour your Skittles in here and the colors aren't gonna rub off. So that's a good plus. Fold that down. 2 cup holders, nicely done. Put it back. Let's check out the trunk and see how much mail we could haul in this supercharged CTS-V. All right, guys, let's see how much mail we could haul in the back. You're just gonna push the button, no electric assist. You're gonna have to use your muscles to pull it up, but guess what? Lots of room, nice wide opening. You're basically looking at 13.7 cubic feet of space in the back of the trunk. If you're wondering what's under this door, is there a treasure? No, this is actually where the battery is. They've taken the battery, put it in the back to try to even out the weight distribution. On that side, you have a nice large cubby for your race winning Twinkies. So there's a deep cubby on the passenger side there, which allows you to put those race Twinkies. Of course, we got a cargo net. You could go get the groceries. Think about how fast you could get groceries in this car. Go get the groceries, get home and watch the big game, and you're ready to rock and roll. But why don't we go ahead, let me close this trunk of beauty. Look at that. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take this Cadillac CTS-V Championship Edition for a spin. All right, guys, we left Dream Giveaway Garage. We're in the special edition, that Championship Edition of the CTS-V. Just like the other CTS-Vs that we featured on Rady's Rides, love driving these because they're just so freaking comfortable. Like the magnetic ride suspension, even going down the highway here, super, super smooth. The seats, the Recaros hold just so nicely. And overall, the touches in the car are really spot on point. I just wish there was just a little bit more. The steering wheel would, a little racier steering wheel would have went a long way, but visibility out the back looks great. You can actually see, because that trunk lid spoiler curves up so much at an angle, you can actually see it in your rearview mirror. I love looking out over the hood and seeing the V-Series stripes that they put. I think that was a nice touch. Nothing too gaudy. I think that was just enough to say, hey, we're in something special here, and a regular CTS-V is special, let alone one of just 88 championship editions. That 12-inch instrumentation is great. What I would like is, I would like to see the actual gear indicator when you're in manual mode to be a little bit more prominently displayed on the instrumentation. The good news is that with the head-up display, you can actually toggle through different settings and get a tachometer up there, but still the gear indicator, even in the head-up display, is very, very small. But I can't wait, as I'm sure you can't wait, to hit up some twisty bits, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, we're getting to some of the good stuff here. Just really like how smooth the transmission shifts in third gear. On throttle, here we go. Oh my God. Wow. You hear just a little bit of supercharger whine, and I'm telling you, you get on throttle and you're gone. I wish the paddles just came out a little bit further to the perimeter of the steering wheel. They're a little tucked in, but they are large, which is good, just a little bit too inboard. I wish they were a little bit more closer to the actual edge of the steering wheel. Would be just a little change that I would like to see, besides a nice gear indicator. But we're gonna see how this car goes as we stretch her legs. Second gear, on throttle. Yeah! It's crazy how it takes a second to shift. Like, there was a bit of a delay shifting from second to third, which I'm gonna play around with that and see if I can shift a little earlier and see how that comes into play. The red line in this car is 6,500 RPM, so it's not something that you're revving out to 7,500 or 8,000 RPM. So something just to be used to in the LT4 is that because the pushrod V8, it's not revving out to 8,000 RPM, let's say, for example. All right, guys, we've gotten to some of the good stuff. We'll be able to stretch her legs a little bit. We're in first gear. I have it in manual shift mode. If you're ready, I'm ready. On throttle, here we go. Struggling for traction a little bit. Nice. Wow, look at this thing. It's a beast. On the brakes, those massive calipers. Wow, let's see how turn-in is. Look at this. Nice shift. Brakes feel phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal in this thing. Very, very balanced. Remember, we're talking about a 4,100 pound car here. Very balanced. The thing that I need to get a little used to is that you need to shift a little bit before redline if you're manually shifting, because that's all you got is 6,500. And if you wait until redline, there's a little bit of a hesitation there. Another thing that I'm not loving that I am gonna zonk is I wish the paddles actually came out a little further to the edge of the steering wheel. They're large and I'm able to get it to them, but I feel like I'm using a little bit too much focus to actually make sure I'm hitting them every time. So that's another change that I would make on this Cadillac CTS-V, but definitely ultra quick. I mean, 4,100 pound car, a little bit more than 4,100 pounds to accelerate like that is just ridiculous. It really is. Let's see how she does again from a dead stop. I'm gonna left foot brake here. So here we go, on throttle. Yeah, watch it, here we go. Look at this. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, this thing is a cruise missile. It is a Tomahawk cruise missile. Put you back in the seat. You hear a little bit of supercharger whine, and she just builds steam and like a steam locomotive, just faster and faster. Look at the brakes in this thing. Stop on a dime, give everybody change. Super smooth. The steering weight is great. I'm really liking the steering weight in this. Here we go, on throttle. On the brakes, brakes feel good. Downshift, coming out of the turn, back on throttle, a little bit of slide, that's okay, we got it. Yeah. On the brakes, brakes are feeling so strong. Look at the balanced chassis here. On throttle, on the brakes. Now that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm telling you right now, this seatbelt, it pulls you down and holds you in place. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This car is something else. It really is. On throttle. Jeez, look at this. So, I'm telling you, the magnetic ride suspension is so amazing. And remember, General Motors developed that technology all the way in the late 1980s. That's how long we've had that magnetic ride suspension, or some type of variation of it. They have really fine-tuned it so nicely in this CTS-V. She likes to dance. I would love to take this car to a track day. It's a four-door luxury sedan. And of course, you're going up against the Mercedes AMGs, the M cars from BMW. I mean, you know the crew. This is just the American version with supercharged V8 goodness underneath the hood. Unbelievable. The power, the feel, and then the brakes. Look at this. So strong. All right, guys, we're gonna do a slow roll on. First gear, on throttle. Here we go. Yeah. Quiet. you, that's what it is all about. The sounds, the sensations, the way the car makes you feel, the way it's planted to the ground. Wow. All right, guys, one more time. Here we go. On throttle, little bit of slide. So planted. The feeling, the feedback to the steering wheel is phenomenal. On the brakes, massive rotors. Look at this. Super smooth. Oh my God! This car is something else. It really is just something else. We need to get back to Dream Giveaway Garage. I'm so glad we could share this. Where's my towel? It's one of those Rady's Rides towels. We're gonna start selling these in the merch store, because I'm telling you right now, this car is a beast. But we're gonna get back to Dream Giveaway Garage. I hope you enjoyed the ride and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been one heck of a day here at Dream Giveaway Garage. I definitely gotta thank Lori, Boomer, Blake, Chris, the whole crew, getting us access to their new giveaway, this 2018 Cadillac CTS-V Championship Edition. Is this a four-door supercar? You better believe it. And I'm telling you, if the muscle car era was still a thing, even though I say we're in muscle car era version 2.0, this is definitely a muscle car as well. But having the luxury, having the style, and having one of just 88 cars, that's what I love about being a car enthusiast, especially during this day and age. But if these are the types of cars that you want to see on Rady's Rides, and I have a feeling you do, leave a comment in that comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself a little bit of Rady's Rides merch. We got the new On Throttle t-shirts that you guys wanted. Got to thank Victor, holding that camera like a champ, getting the angles, loving the curves of the CTS-V. Check him out on Instagram at Victor Scott Wang. I'm telling you, his photography will make you cry in a good way. So thank you, Victor, for your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.